saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When it's not savings, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, you never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Mexico City Conquistadors and the Chicago Bears.
Let's go, let's go! Wait, set, 380! Down to lose one. Alpha!
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
First and 10. 380! 380!
First down, a run with Cohen. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready. 57 to Mike. You draw quarter.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert is going to fire one deep. And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now of what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
Number 1 rush defense in the league for nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Alex-Javon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run the counter. It's Taylor, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Taylor. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The give to Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been... barreling through them, picking up first downs.
15 run. 15 run. You got tight.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jared Cook. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap and they exploited it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, set. Here we go. Check nickel.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field when you go make a play on the football.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Brady's throw there complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Brady. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Off play action. Herbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Taylor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now a give right side. Taylor. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Taylor. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, 29, Alpha.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers, no matter what it says on the scoreboard.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex-Javon, that he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On first down, Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Double time. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
Down. 70, Indy. You can't block me. You can't block me. He's crazy.
Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Ready, ready. Turn 2 soft. Hey, box drop, box drop. So they still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football. 50 seconds. Now.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. Robinson's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
72.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Let's go.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Finding Gabriel complete. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Brady now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Second turn, defense. Second turn, defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, goal 66. That's all right. No, 66.
Brady now on 1st down. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Whip. Watch the whip. Easy. Alpha.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
14. Bears 11.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
You got nothing.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set. 80 weapon. Watch that in. Watch that in.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lump. Here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll. And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have possession. They have it at the 38-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run with Taylor. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tim Williams in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
On 4th down, Herbert, now a desperation throw. This is caught at the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
We've got this. First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, You can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Taylor. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go, go.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure